Putin reveals Moscow's main issue with US. Moscow is striving to create a multipolar world rather than one that is centered around the US, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said. In an interview with Russia One TV channel, he argued that Washington was trying to mold the world exclusively to fit its own agenda. Putin suggested that America's satellite states are also well aware of these egoistic intentions. However, for the time being, they have chosen to turn a blind eye to this due to various reasons connected first and foremost with huge dependence in the economic sphere and defense. The Russian leader said some of Washington's allies also see confrontation with Russia as a unifying cause, eclipsing any differences between them and the US, he added. As an example, Putin cited the US government's efforts to attract European businesses to American soil, as well as a submarine deal last summer which saw Canberra abruptly exit a contract with a French manufacturer in favor of a US competitor. This incident was humiliating for Paris, the president said. Putin emphasized that Moscow cannot and will not behave like this. In the end, such a stance, the fight for a multipolar world, for respect for each other and everyone in the international arena, for taking into account everyone's interests, I don't have the slightest doubt will prevail. Putin also claimed that Western elites will only be satisfied and prepared to admit us into the so-called family of civilized nations if Russia disintegrates into several independent states. In such a scenario, he said, the West would place the resulting countries under its control. He added that the disintegration of Russia in such circumstances would call into question the existence of the Russian people in its current form. Commenting on his decision earlier this week to suspend Russia's participation in the New START treaty, the last remaining nuclear accord between Moscow and Washington, Putin argued that the move was required to safeguard Russia's security as well as its strategic stability. According to the Russian president, he opted for this course of action in light of a more aggressive NATO, which has announced as its prime goal Russia's strategic defeat.